Hello everybody, welcome you all on my YouTube channel, My Studies. In this video, as told earlier, I'm going to describe comparison of adjectives. I have already described and made a video showing the basics of adjectives. This is the video talking about the comparison of adjectives. Comparison of adjectives is the part of study in which we will study about adjectives and its three forms: positive, comparative and superlative degree. This is also a kind of study of degree because we study degree in which we study comparison of adjectives. When you compare two people or things, use the comparative form of adjectives. Mind it guys, the adjective can be compared in three ways: that's positive, comparative and superlative. Adjective stands itself in positive degree, positive forms. All the adjectives are in its positive form. So I will be teaching you the comparative and superlative degrees of adjectives. Now let's talk about comparative. Comparative degree of adjective means comparing two people or things. Remember, comparing two people or things. Use the comparative form of adjectives when you are comparing two people or things. And generally in comparative adjectives we add er to form comparative. Lots of comparative adjectives ends in er and in er. Let's see the example. Fast, faster. The comparative form of fast is faster. Here you can see fast is in the superlative form. Fast is in the positive form, and after adding er, faster is the comparative form. Small, smaller. So to form the comparative degree, mind it, we use er for common words. Most of the words takes er. You can see the examples of the words: bright, brighter; cheap, cheaper; clear, clearer; loud, louder; new, newer; old, older, and so on. Remember the point which is very important for comparative degree of adjectives, and that is when we use comparative, the word than is often used with comparative adjectives. When you write it in a sentence, comparative adjective, you must use then after the comparative words. For example, you can see Zach is taller than John. Taller is comparative degree and than is followed with it. So if you get a chance to fill in the blanks with the comparative degree and the sentence has a blank and then the word then, remember in most of the sentences comparative will come because than is the formative words or the word with comparative. A sports car is faster than a motorbike. Here you can see faster is comparative. Now let's talk about superlative degree. I will be talking about more how to form comparative words and superlative words, but let's talk about superlative degree of adjectives. We use superlative form of adjectives to compare three or more than three nouns. Remember, for comparing two objects or person we use comparative degree, and for more than two or more than three we use superlative. Superlative means the best, means out of all the best one, superb quality thing. So lots of superlative ends in est. Lots of superlative degree words, superlative adjective words ends in est, although there are other words too which takes uses of most, and in comparative they take uses of more. But lots of words ends in est. Dark, darker, darkest. This darkest is the superlative degree of words of superlative degree. Thick, thicker, thickest. Here some of the words are here which you can see and read out. Clear, clean, cleaner, cleanest, easy, easier, easiest, fast, fat, fatter, fattest, far, further, farthest. These are the superlative words. These all cleaner, cleanest, easiest, fattest, flatterest, heaviest, hottest. These all words show superlative adjectives, superlative degree of adjectives. And mind it, friends, we use the word the, the or the before the superlative adjectives. Remember, the word the comes before the superlative adjectives. So if you are filling in the blanks, if you are getting a sentence, if you get a sentence to fill in the blanks, and the is there, after the you have to fill the adjectives, then in most of the cases superlative degree of adjectives will be followed. You can see Peter is the tallest boy in the class. This the tallest is the superlative degree. Among all the boys, Peter is the tallest. Now let's talk about formation of a superlative and comparative. When an adjective or when adjectives end in e, generally r is added to form the comparative, and st is added to form the superlative. Like close, here e is the last word, so closer, closest, large, larger, largest, safe, safer, safest, wide, wider, and widest. The next rule says some adjectives have only one syllable. Guys, this syllable is very important for learning language. Syllable is the stoppage of vowel sound in a word. So if there is one syllable word, one syllabic word doubles its consonant sound while adding any comparative or superlative form of adjectives. So remember, like you can see big, this biz, it's one syllable word, z will be repeated and it will be doubled, so bizzer, bigger, and then in biggest to biggest. So one syllabic word doubles its last consonant to add er or est for making comparative and superlative. If the word ends in y followed with a consonant sound, then I is added instead of Y, and then ER or EST is added. You can see BZ, Y is here as the and last word, but S is before that, so busier and busiest. Dirty, dirtier, dirtiest. Here T is there as the consonant sound, so IER will be added. In the next example, let's talk about more than one syllabic words. When the words are of two or three syllable, for comparative we use more, and for superlative we use most. Remember, when a word ends in two or three vowel sounds, then more or most are added. Like active, more active, most active, charming, more charming, most charming, comfortable, more comfortable, most comfortable. You can see here examples of active, it's two syllable, expensive, three syllable, charming, two syllables, so they will take more or most for their comparative degree of adjectives. Guys, there are some words of adjective which always comes in their own form, that you have to learn. They are not added or they are not formed with est or st, or like good, better, best. It's always like this, little, less, list, bad, worse, worst. You have to learn these because their forms are constant and they don't